Hi everyone, welcome to vlog number 5. Today we're in my laundry room, welcome. So I'm going to touch on the novel Push, and basically what I wanted to talk about was the fact that, Precious is a young woman of a minority, and she's living in Harlem, and a lot like what we saw in the gentrification of the mind, she is experiencing extreme change in her life, from living in poverty to dealing with societal crises like obesity and drug use and sexual abuse and a lot of different things. That's a lot to deal with as a young woman, and then on top of that, trying to figure out who you are and who she is as a person. And throughout the book I have noticed a lot of different things, specifically that you're not born into the life that you chose. She didn't choose to live this life and choose to go through this path as somebody who's struggling a little bit in life, and those were just the cards she was dealt. And I'm really looking forward to seeing throughout the book how she grows as a person, how she develops as a person, and how she overcomes certain things in her life, and how she, turns out in the end. And a lot of what we saw in the gentrification of the mind as well, and a lot of what was talked about by the author, was how, when you're put in these positions, it's like you can't control, what's going on. And a lot of times external sources are not allowing you to become yourself and be who you want to be, and not letting you develop as a person. And what Precious is, experiencing a lot of is questioning, sexuality and who she is. And it's a lot to have to, go home and deal with certain things, and then, wake up the next day and be like, well, who am I?
So basically where I left off was going to talk about what's going on in Angels in America. And honestly, I've been doing a lot of thinking about it, and while at some points I have to stop watching the show because it's made me kind of uncomfortable, just because I personally have never had to experience anything that intense in my life. So it's just like, it's kind of like, wow, like people really go through that. On top of that though, it has really made me think about, you can't live your life for somebody else. You really have to live your life for yourself, and really have to think about the sacrifices you're making in order to please other people, and the sacrifices you have to go through in order to make yourself happy, whether it hurts someone else along the way. So I'm really excited to see how everything turns out and to continue reading Push, and I'll see you all Thursday.